Peter Pan and the Pirates. In a sheltered cove off the Neverland shore, a black-flagged ship rode the tides. It was a pirate ship with a wicked pirate crew, and the captain was the wickedest of them all. Captain Hook was the leader's name. He wore a sharp hook instead of one hand, and that was the cause of his terrible rage. "I'll get even with that pan if it's the last thing I do," he hissed through his teeth to the men of his crew. For once Peter Pan, in a fair fight, had cut off Hook's hand, and it fell into the sea with a plop, where a crocodile ate it all up. My oh me, the crocodile liked that sample so much that ever since he'd been following Hook, hoping to nibble some more. It made Hook nervous to see those grinning jaws, hungry for a taste of him. Fortunately for the pirate, the crocodile had also swallowed an alarm clock, which down inside him went tick-tock, tick-tock, to warn Captain Hook when the crocodile was around. "It's all Pan's fault, though," Captain Hook snarled, and he planned a terrible revenge. But first he had to catch Peter Pan, and that was not so easy to do. Many times the pirates crept through the Neverland woods, searching for Peter Pan's home. Now and then they sniffed delicious cooking smells, or they heard shouts of laughter from Pan and his boys. This made them perfectly furious, of course, but they never could find his house. "I know what we'll do," Hook told his pirate Smee, who was also the pirate's cook. "We'll kidnap Pan's fairy Tinkerbell and persuade her to show us the way." So Smee by himself went creep, 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 till he came upon Tinkerbell sitting on a leaf. Swish went his cap, and he caught her fast. Then back he hustled to the pirate ship and turned Tinkerbell over to Hook. "Why, Miss Bell," cried Hook, with a courtly bow, "how delightful of you to drop in. As a matter of fact, we were speaking of you, Smee and I were, just today. You see, we've a gift for Peter Pan, and we'd gladly take it to him if we only knew the way." Jingled Tinkerbell. Captain Hook listened thoughtfully. "What? You think we're planning to trick Peter Pan? Nonsense, my dear. I'd never harm that boy." This was a wicked wink at Smee. "Here, I'll show you the gift we'd planned for him. This chest of jewels. And look, my dear, a jeweled crown just your size." Tinkerbell could not resist that jeweled crown. She tried it on and flew to a mirror for a look. "Now, let's put it back, my dear," said sly Captain Hook, "and you show me on the map here, this one here, just how we should go when we take it to Peter Pan." Foolish Tinkerbell. She believed his tale. She marched out a footprint path across the map, straight to Peter Pan's house. "Ah, start at this cove right here," said Hook. 40 paces west to Hangman's Tree, a hop, skip, and a jump across Crocodile Creek, then north by northeast, 1, 2, 3. Oh, an underground house. We never thought of that, Smee." Now the pirates knew all they needed to know. "You'd best stay here," grinned Captain Hook, popping Tinkerbell into a lantern. Though she hammered and kicked at the thick glass walls, she could not escape, and she saw the pirate band, leaving the chest of jewels behind, go out after Peter Pan. Peter Pan's boys were just leaving home to show the island of Neverland to their visitors, Wendy and Michael and John. Peter Pan had brought Wendy to be a mother to the boys. They never got far, though, for one by one, as they stepped out of the house, they were snatched and bound and carted away like sacks of flour to the waiting pirate ship. All but Peter Pan. When Peter Pan did not come out, Hook and Smee closed the passageway, leaving Pan inside with a bomb all set to explode at dusk, and they hurried back to the ship. "A pretty kettle of fish, Mr. Smee," said Captain Hook, viewing his prisoners there. "It almost seems such a pity to serve them to the sharks. Can we find any vacancies in the crew?" "Oh, the crew is mostly vacancies," said Smee. "Splendid!" cried Hook. "Then we'll give them a choice. They all turn pirates or they walk the plank." The boys looked at the plank jutting out above the ocean, and it helped make up their minds. "I'll sign. I'll join. Me too. No, me first," they cried, tumbling over each other in haste. "Boys!" cried Wendy. "Aren't you ashamed? What would your mothers think?" At that, John and Michael felt very sad, and the other boys did too. "Besides," said Wendy confidently, "Peter Pan will save us. I know he will." "Ho, ho, ho!" laughed Hook with a wicked glee. "Peter Pan won't save you. No, not he. We have left a little gift for him that will blow him out of Neverland forever. Ha 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 ha!" At that, Tinker Bell knocked over the lantern in her rage. Through the smashed glass she climbed out and swiftly flew away. Soon, boom, came a faraway burst of sound, the pirate's bomb for Peter Pan. "Ho, ho, ho, ho!" roared Hook. "Hee, hee, hee!" laughed Smee. "You're laughing too soon, Mr. Hook," cried a voice. "It's Pan!" shouted the boys, looking up into the rigging where Peter Pan perched. "It can't be!" cried Hook. "But it is!" cried Pan. "Tink came through one of the other doors and warned me just in time." Then he cut the boys free and the fight was on. What a tussle, what a tumble, what a wonderful fight! The Lost Boys against the pirates, Hook against Peter Pan. And Peter Pan won the day and took over the ship. So the last they saw of the pirate crew, they were rowing across the ocean blue, and Hook was trembling from head to toe, for close behind their boat, you must know, swam the crocodile. Tick, tock, tick, tock.